Hi guys, this is Beto Chingon, and today I'm showing you my 7 inverters working in parallel. Okay, all these 7 inverters are working in parallel, so I'm getting around 35,000 watts of power. By the way, that power is only 240 voltage. The voltage is like the power they use in Europe. Okay, they don't use this power. They don't use power like this in the United States for residential. Here we use split phase, that is 120 to 40. In Europe is like this inverters. They use 240 only. Only way you can get split phase out of these inverters is with a transformer, and a transformer is like this one here. Okay, this humongous monster here. This big transformer is giving us split phase 120 240 power. So it gets input of 240, and the output will give us 120 with the other one. So this is 120 and 120. And also what it does, it gives you a fake power to the neutral. So that one there, you need to neutralize it by grounding it and connecting it to neutral, so it'll neutralize the fake power that is going out of neutral, and it'll start working great. Right now we started using it. All 7 inverters are actually running about 70% of my load. Okay, and so far so good, and let's hope it keeps going like that. I'm planning to use these inverters 24/7. Okay, so right now we just started using them today. Let's hope everything goes well and we'll be able to run these units 24/7. I tried some other inverters that cost more money from a different company, and honestly, they're terrible. They're loud. They're doing a lousy job. They already burned several of my televisions. They burned my pool equipment, my pool cleaner, you name it. They damaged several of my electrical devices. And those units, they're supposed to be split phase power. But like I said, they're just terrible. I've been using those other units for over a year. And like I said, during that time, I ended up spending time and money fixing and replacing some of my electrical devices that got damaged with those split phase units. When I say split phase, that means those units can actually generate 120, 240 without this transformer, without transformer like this one here. Okay, and let me show you those other units. That way you guys can see what I'm talking about. I don't want to say brands, okay? I don't want to say name brands or nothing like that. But some of you guys that know about inverters, you guys know that these inverters here that I'm using right now, they're low price inverters, but the quality is incredible. They're just great inverters. They don't have Wi-Fi though. They don't have Wi-Fi, but you can always add a device like this one and it'll work great. Okay. The other units, they're supposed to have Wi-Fi. They're supposed to have split phase. You don't need a transformer, blah, 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 whatever, but they're terrible. They're not dependable. Okay. But let me pause this and I can show you some of the other units. That way you can see what I'm talking about. The other units, they look real heavy duty. They're bigger than these units. They actually use more space. And like I said, they're real heavy. These units here, a single person can be installing these units without a problem. The other units, you need like 2 or 3 people to do the installation. It's just terrible. But anyway, hold on. Let me show you the other units. These other units here are my split phase inverters. Okay, I have 6 of these units working here, and honestly, now because I'm trying the other inverters, I'm only using 2 of them. Okay, just to compare. But like I said, these units, they restart all the time. They're always rebooting, restarting, and they're damaging my my devices. And they also lose the settings. They change power, they change frequency, you name it. And they're just damaging all my equipment, my electrical equipment. Anyway, now I'm only using 2 in parallel. So that means these 2 units are generating 12,000 watts. Okay. The other units, they're just sitting here. They're not being used. The only Time they're being used is during the day, and they're being used as charge controllers. That's it. They take the power from the solar panels, okay, and they transfer it to my batteries to charge. That's it. They get high voltage, like around 300 volts or more from my solar panels, and they convert that to 48 volts to charge my batteries. And the maximum charge that I get, according to the settings that I have, is 56 volts. The float charge is 54.5, but they start charging automatically every morning. I don't have to turn them on or nothing like that. Right now they're off, and as soon as the sunlight starts hitting those solar panels, these units will turn on and start charging the batteries. On the other hand, these units here, these two units here, they're on right now. They're generating power, and at the same time, I mean the same as the other units, as soon as the solar panels start getting sunlight, these units also will start generating power. Okay, of my other 7 units that I have on the other side, only one of them is connected to solar panels right now. We're planning to add more solar panels. So as you guys can see, we're actually generating a lot of power, but we're also using a lot of power. Right now, during winter, we really don't use that much power. We use some of the heaters, but we're in California, so it doesn't really get that cold, you know. But during the summer, oh man, we have 13 air conditioning units in this property. Each one of those units is 1 ton. So that means we're running 13 tons of air conditioning power, or the cooling power, okay? But the power to run those air conditionings comes from solar panels and batteries and these inverters, okay? So we're talking about 13 air conditioning units of 1 ton each. We're gonna be adding more, by the way, this summer. Who knows, we might be getting close to 20 tons of air conditioning power, okay? Cooling power. So that's what's going on. But like I said, these units, sorry to say that, but I just have too many problems. They cost me too much money, and they cost me too much aggravation. So that's why I'm trying some of those other units. They actually cost about half of what I'm paying for one of these units. And we'll see. I'll give you guys an update, you know, next time that I post a video regarding this. But like I said, to me, these units are terrible. They're not worth the money. They're not worth the aggravation. But we'll see. Who knows? The seller might be able to help me fix them. And if I can get them fixed and they start working properly, who knows? I might keep using them. Well, not just as solar chargers. I might keep using them as something else, you know, working them in parallel. To me, in the perfect world, I want these units, all 6 of them, working in parallel. I was only able to use 2 in parallel, 2 more in parallel, and 2 more in parallel. That means 12,000 watts each parallel of 2. Well, the other units, I'm actually using 7. That's over 35,000 watts in parallel with the other units, smaller units. It's just great. But we'll see. Time will tell. Right now, like I said, I started using those other units today. We'll see what's going to happen. But these units here, they're not dependable. They cannot stay running 24/7. So that's the problem with these units. Well, guys, we need more subscribers. Thank you, guys. Let me go back to those other units. That way you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a temporary setup, like I said, okay? It's not the final setup, but, I mean, it's kind of decent, as you guys can see. I run some raw mix wire here, you know, and then we put this breaker switches here for the power, and we also have a main switch to disconnect all the units. This one here, I haven't finished all my connections yet, you know, this breaker box. By the way, this breaker box gets 240. From here, we send the 240 to this transformer. From the transformer, we actually get out of that one 120, 240. That's how it works. And if I want to use direct power of 240, like for my air conditioning units or whatever, I can do it out of this breaker box, okay? But yeah, look at that setup. 1 up there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By the way, this is an electric water heater, okay? This is an electric water heater, 80 gallons. This thing uses about over 4,000 watts, about 4,500 watts. and I can warm up my water. So when it gets too cold and it's sunny outside, I can just turn on my water heater and boom, electric hot water without using any gas and without costing me a penny. And I can warm up 80 gallons. If I turn it off at night, I can still use some warm water out of the 80 gallons that I have there in storage. So anyway, that's how it works. Thank you guys. And like I mentioned to you guys, we need more subscribers. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Take care. Bye.